Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz. Hope you're having a great one. And yes, oh yes, the weekend is very close. We can just about smell it. We're talking about a few different stories today. We're also taking a look at the BitGo CEO, who's saying that institutional money in crypto can easily reach trillions of dollars. We'll take a look at what they're up to. Bloomberg is also covering that story. We'll take a look at Ethereum chain splits here on trustnodes.com. An estimated 10% of miners stay on Constantinople. We'll see what Van Eck has to say. They're talking about Bitcoin market structure and their expectation that it will improve in 2019. NASDAQ also weighed in on the issue, so we'll take a look at their recent Twitter activity. But let's begin, as always, on altcoinbuzz.io with this story by Luke. Leading crypto asset manager Grayscale launches Stellar Lumens Trust. You may have heard of this. So good news for Stellar today, as Grayscale Investments, one of the largest crypto asset management funds, announced the launch of Stellar Lumens Trust. So they've launched a dedicated investment vehicle for Stellar Lumens, XLM, on Thursday called the Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust. It's the 9th single asset product for Grayscale. The other products are for Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Horizon, ZEN, Litecoin, XRP, and Zcash. Michael Sonnenschein, managing director at Grayscale, said the Stellar product was created in response to investor demand. He said, quote, "We are pleased to bring Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust to market and will continue to provide investors access to established blockchain projects with substantial traction and resources. Grayscale has established a leadership role in this emerging industry, and the launch of this product will expand our coverage of the digital asset universe." Taking a look at Grayscale on Twitter, we can see what they said directly here. We're excited to announce two big developments. First, today marks the launch of Grayscale Stellar Lumens Trust. Investors can now gain exposure to the price movement of XLM through a traditional investment vehicle. For more info, go to grayscale.co. If you're interested in learning more, we will link to their website below. You can also read about this same development here on cryptoglobe.com. Crypto investment firm Grayscale launches fund dedicated to Stellar Lumens, that's XLM. And in other news here on the Daily HODL, we have big talk coming from the CEO of BitGo. He's saying institutional money in crypto can easily reach trillions of dollars as company launches cold storage trading. So they're a cryptocurrency wallet provider, BitGo is, and they're launching a new solution designed to bring big money sitting on the sidelines into the crypto market. By late January, institutional investors on BitGo will be able to trade coins that are locked away in cold storage. So BitGo's CEO, Mike Belshi, told Bloomberg that he wants to, quote, "introduce market structure to crypto that's never existed before." He says the ability to buy or sell in cold storage will allow customers to bypass exchanges, thus cutting the risk of theft, human error, and breaches of compliance requirements. I mean, we're still pretty fresh off the heels of this whole Cryptopia hack, so the issue of security is still one that looms large in the minds of investors, especially those that are uninitiated, that have come from more, let's call them traditional avenues of finance and investing. Belche says crypto is here to stay and believes the amount of institutional money in the space can easily, this is a quote, "go into the trillions." Well, if you think about it, we hit, 850 billion market cap in January of 2018, and that was really before any of the institutional structures and infrastructures were set in place. So long term, I know things may not look all that wonderful at the moment. Things are kind of bleak, yes, in the present, but long term, I totally agree with him. How could we not go into the trillions long term? And as I just mentioned, the announcement comes in the wake of the first crypto exchange hack of the year. New Zealand exchange Cryptopia announced on the 15th of January, a couple days ago, that their exchange had experienced a security breach that resulted in, quote, "significant losses." Personally, I don't necessarily think that BitGo as a company are going to be the ones to usher in the multi-trillion-dollar market. I think that's a hurdle that's a little bit too high for them to clear. However, as we're talking about, I use the analogy for XRP. It's one brick at a time. It's one piece of construction material at a time, and this is one of them. So you can read about this more on Bloomberg. Crypto's billion-dollar theft problem prompts safer way to trade. BitGo and Genesis's service aims to protect coins from hackers. Thieves swiped almost $1 billion in first 9 months of 2018. We'll link to this, of course, as with everything else in the description below. In another quick roundup of the news here on trustnodes.com, Ethereum chain splits. An estimated 10% of miners stay on Constantinople. So we talked about this a couple of times actually over the course of the last week. Ethereum is currently undergoing a chain split after a planned upgrade was called off at the very last minute. Quote, "We were not able to get in contact with every single mining entity about the postponement of the upgrade." That's a quote by Michael Hahn of MyCrypto. He also added, "Compare the hash rate of the non-Constantinople chain to what the combined chain was pre-fork. Doing this, you can see about a 10 to 20 terahash rate is what is actually missing from the non-Constantinople, the correct chain. So this means that more than 10% of miners are on Constantinople, that being twice the amount of current miners on ETC. And an estimated $250,000 has been lost by these miners as they are about 1,000 blocks behind. Con's chain difficulty, however, is going down. You can read more in this article about what the Ethereum split entails, about Constantinople specifically, and about some of the technical details that pertain to all of this news. I just kind of wanted to highlight it briefly here and pitch it to you all. We also have an article that was put out by Deepika on altcoinbuzz.io that relates to this entire Ethereum chain split, so we'll link to that as well in the description below. Okay, from slightly pessimistic to now more positive news, continuing in this rapid fire format today, there's a lot going on. VanEck to NASDAQ, Bitcoin market structure expected to improve in 2019. This is on newsbtc.com. Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market will grow slowly and steadily in 2019. Nothing wrong with that. That's according to Gabor Gurbax in a statement he issued to NASDAQ. The chief digital assets strategist at VanEck, a New York-based investment giant, said the investors would be more comfortable while investing in digital assets. Development in custody and surveillance programs, he added, would bring due diligence to the cryptocurrency industry. At the same time, Crypto 2.0 products like futures and exchange-traded funds would ensure simple entry points for retail and institutional investors to access the crypto markets. So NASDAQ has issued a similar statement, or a tweet, I should say. Cryptocurrency is looking at slow and steady progress in 2019, improved robustness of crypto markets, advances in surveillance, developments in Crypto 2.0 products. Quote, investors do not accept cut corners in the digital asset market structure. They expect a lot of custodians to come to the market, explained Gurbax. They expect their assets to be safe, which means non-nefarious activities should be toned down, yes, by an increase in surveillance. And frankly, most of the investors want to invest in assets conveniently with the systems they already understand. Nothing wrong with those expectations and nothing wrong with slow and steady growth. I am in support of that. If you want to take a look at this brief little clip here, it's about 6 minutes long. This is embedded in the NASDAQ tweet, so we'll link to all of this as always in the description below. You can look for it there. And that about rounds it out for today, everybody. As always, do be sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz News. A lot seems to be happening, so that's the best way to stay updated with the latest. Do be sure to check out our last video if you have not already. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, and I wish you the very best of luck if you choose to invest. Have a great tail end to your evening. Maybe you're watching this in the morning, wherever it may be in the world, at whatever time it is. We hope to see you again soon, however, in our next video. Until then, take care.